I'm very, very comfortable. People that depend on me, they now see me as a force to be reckoned with. I will never in my life apply for any job because I think I earn more than an average bank manager. And all this is because the NYSC MDG gave me the opportunity to know what so many persons never knew. Today, so many persons, I don't rest. People come to my house in the morning, afternoon, evening, because they want one thing or the other. Even for MDG, NYSC WAP, I don't know where I would have been. I'm so committed, I'm so grateful to Prince Momo and Daniel. When Prince Momo was like shouting on us, we thought he was being harsh, but I was one of those who benefited from his harsh nature. And the day I went back to see him and thank him, I was on my knees and I was all tears. I was grateful to him because he was really a father figure. He was a role model. I'm grateful to NYSC MDG.
Agricultural business is our culture.
Onyedama, a community in Obubra local government area of Cross River State, is another place where indigenes have felt the invaluable impact of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty program. Through the ingenuity of Itura Joseph, an ambassador of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty.
During my NYSC, I was trained by NYSC MDG War Against Poverty, WAP, and I was given a grant. And here is a testimony of the grant I was given. My farm. Oh yes, this is my fish farm. I didn't just end in the WAP NYSC training. After the training, I went as far as making the farm to be very genuine. I started the registration process with Cross River State Fish Farmers Association as well. And I also did the one of a Corporate Affairs Commission. And this farm also have workers that are working in the farm and are paid as well. Like I said, I'll always remain grateful to NYSC MDG for their kind gesture, and I promise them so long as I am concerned, I will continue to train and retrain and impact on the citizen as well as the community I am from, which is Onyedama.
Joseph has faithfully adhered to the responsibility of replicating the training acquired in his community.
I'm so fulfilled. With the training, I got this snake farm, I had the fish farm, I established a school, and I also am into telecommunication. I have an outfit in telecom. I'm so grateful to NYSC. I've never bothered to go look for a job anywhere. Rather, I train, I empower, as well as employed.
It's a team of joy in my town, Obubra, that I came from.
Before the end of the next year, I will do something better.
Because for many years ago, something like this has never happened.
I am very happy to be in Mr. Joseph Fish Pond here for 5 months now, training. So, Mr. Joseph, God will bless you and God will strengthen you, will give you the strength to do more than this and empower more than this.
Joseph is the proprietor of Mother Lydia Academy, a nursery and primary school in Onyedama community, where he has 7 members of staff. With this, Itura contributes his quota in building a worthy future for the children.
The way you appear in the community and the way you approach your mommy and daddy, including your elder brothers and sisters, will tell better about this garden of learning.
An average Nigerian graduate has enormous potentials and innovative skills. He only needs to be prodded to have these skills unleashed. This is the main objective of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty.
I am Okere Chijoke Gostan. By the grace of God, I am a beneficiary of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty program. I served in Imo State, and in the year 2013, during my service year, I was opportune to be selected for the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty training In December, I went to Abuja for the training, and on arrival, I gained entrance into the training hall. On that very first day, I really understood the reason why I have been driven by the passion to do farming business. I was taught how to write business proposal and how to write a bankable business plan. I was also empowered on how to do well in business as regards business growth. Now, in my class, I was taught on fish farming and snail farming. Meanwhile, before I came for this training, I had already begun the process of keeping snail. But then I realized that my old way of keeping snail wasn't proper. I was not taught how to keep snail scientifically.
This is the case of Okere Chijioke Goldstein, another exponent of the War Against Poverty initiative operating in Owerri, Imo State, who has adapted another approach called scientific snailery to the rearing of snail.
I would like to bring you to something that makes it more scientific. Here is hygrometer. Here is hygrometer. As you can see, you have the dry bulb and the wet bulb. The combination of these two bulbs, we use it to get a reading. This snail farm is not supposed to go beyond 95% by relative humidity. That's what we use here to check. Now here we have the thermometer, the Fahrenheit reading and the centigrade reading. By centigrade reading, the thermometer is not supposed to, as you can see here, we have 26 degrees Celsius, getting to 27. Once it gets above 32 degrees Celsius, you know that the snail will be having an issue. Then we sprinkle water all over the environment to increase the humidity and reduce the temperature of the room. However, here is well sealed, as you can look up. Look at this. This is a carton, but it's sealed as if it's a real ceiling. Now, this is going to reduce the effect of sun rays and the heat impact in this environment. However, since ever we raise this structure, this room has never exceeded 32 degrees Celsius. Whenever you are out there being heated, once you come inside there, the whole environment will be very, very calm. I told you about the netting of this environment. If you check very well, there is an animal you're seeing over here. It can never gain entrance. That is the essence of this. This is the effect of what we have here. It can never gain entrance into this place. That is an unwanted body in this snail farm. Now, I've talked about this. These are the equipment we use. This bath, if you enter into the farm, this bath, the water we have here, you must have to wash your hand with ordinary water. You don't use detergents because snail doesn't like detergent. So when you wash your hand, so that when you gain entrance, you'll be able to touch the snail without infecting the snails inside. The snail capacity here is 1,500. That's the snail capacity of this farm. Let me show you a little bit of what we have here. You can see the snails. This is a measurement of 2 feet by 3 feet and a depth of 1.2 feet. It contains about 25 to 30 snails inside it. Now that I've washed my hand, I am free to touch the snail. As you can see, it is moving, very alive. This is the Achachatina marginata. We also have so many of them. Let me take you up. We have about 80 snails inside here right now. The tray is meant for their food. Use the tray to put food for them. They hide inside it. Then you drop water into the tray. It contains water. Inside the water, as they are feeding, the water makes it circular, and they will be able to also take the drug because we give it with vitamin C and glucose. Okay. Over here is the incubator or hatchery. You can only see soil, but the eggs are inside. We have up to 50 eggs here right now at the moment, which will be hatching
very soon. If you take a look at it very well, you can see a kind of yellow color buried into the soil, about 2 cm into the soil. And that is that. You have so many of it. These are the eggs. And you can also see the thermometer. The thermometer reading there is still the same 26 degrees Celsius. Why do we have thermometer inside here again? This egg is very, very important in snail farming because it is the egg that multiplies. It brings about the multiplying effect. And through the egg, we'll get more snails. Then the profit will be increased. Therefore, the care of this egg should be very much well checkmated. Like if you have that thermometer over there, let's assume the environment, external environment, as regards that snail, is reading something else, say 26 degrees Celsius, and you come inside the hatchery, and the thermometer begins to read a higher degree Celsius as a result of whatever it might be. What we need to do is to make sure that we sprinkle water here. There must be sprinkling of water. And if, peradventure, we enter into the dry season, and in the dry season, during the dry season, if there happens to be a high temperature inside here, what we'll do is we'll use cotton wool, shred the cotton wool, drop it on the surface of the eggs, shred it very, very well, drop it on the surface of the egg, cover the whole surface of the egg, then you sprinkle water, clean water on top of the cotton wool. The cotton wool will contain the water and retain it, then the wool will always be cooling the eggs. That is, if the temperature of this particular compartment of the egg keeping is higher than what we have outside there.
Chijioke has been a strong believer in the multiply effects of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty program.
I studied agricultural engineering and I decided to do snail farming myself. That was why I applied for snail farming in the MDG's War Against Poverty training. Now, in this regard, I believe they want this to be extended to the other members of the community who were not opportune to attend that training. That was why I started training other people in this very community and afar. I have trained several people since ever I have received the training from MDGs. For instance, I have Ifeanyi, a member of this very community from Omunjam and Mbieri here, Imo State. He's from Omunjam. I trained him on how to keep snail. I have trained a woman of God. There is one pastor over there in the society in Imo State too that also trained on how she complained to me how her snail has been dying. I gave her my knowledge and she brought the good news back to me. I've also been able presently to partner with an organization, an NGO called Litany Organization that is into community development service. Through this NGO, I have been able to impart on members of the society. And even in this community, somewhere around here, we'll be doing a training program for youths, which I will also be teaching them how to keep snail in a scientific way.
Chijioke is also a recipient of the Youth Enterprise with Innovation in Nigeria Award. He has this to say.
I have right now become a UWIN awardee, and my snail business is going into another level, a higher one for that. And the reason for this success is nothing else I'll keep mentioning than MDGs, that is the Millennium Development Goal, which is that of the NYSC War Against Poverty program, because they taught me how to write a business plan. And it is with this knowledge of business plan writing that I was able to participate in the UWIN Business Plan Competition of 2013, which I am now an awardee. My snail farming is going to move into another level.
NYSC, una they try. Nigerian youths, una they try. Nigerian farmers, una do well.
This is Ofenapa community in Ikwo local government area of Ebonyi State.
With NYSC and MDGs, agricultural business is a culture in Nigeria. Oh yeah.
Patrick Azubike, another beneficiary of WAP, resides.
War against poverty teaches us that we should empower our host communities so that poverty will be reduced. After my own training, I have been able to empower at least 129 persons, and most of them are doing very well, and I'm still mentoring so many of them till today. This my plantain is exotic breed, which the community has not had before. I got it from IIT Ibadan, and so many people are collecting it from me now.
Moon Sunday Itumo will be eternally grateful to Patrick for the training and mentoring which has given his life a new direction.
Formerly, it was so difficult for me to further my education. But when I engage on this farm work, then it helps me and boost my economical needs. So now, it has helped me, and I've now proceed in my educational pursuit. So this farm, I raise 150 in this part, then inside I raise 250. But because of how financially came down now, although I am preparing to book bed within this week, but inside my farm now I have 50 beds already. So on that issue, even I have already, somebody has learned the skill from me, then that person is residing at Omege Noyo, Mr. Nweke Philomena.
NYSC, una dey try, Nigerian youth, una dey try.
The cosmopolitan city of Lagos is not left out of the success stories of WAP.
My name is Ofo Emeka Bamidele Joseph. I served in Benue State 2010, and I was one of the beneficiaries of pig farm training by WAP. And after the training, I came to Lagos, Okaro Pig Farm, to establish my pig farm. Come and let's see my farm.
Oh yes, we dey do fish farming, we dey do plantain, banana, sucker, multiplication.
Welcome to my beautiful pig farm. These are my pigs. This is what I've been doing since 2010. These are the pigs I have. These are sow, waiting for bois. I want to cross. These are fattened pig. These are pig preparing to go to market. Let's go. These are pig ready to go to market. They are fattening as well. Fattening there. These are mothers as well. These are mothers as well, waiting to be crossed. Ekushe. And this is my attendant. Iyatope by name. Has been working with me. These are one of my. This is the feed. As you can see, this is mixing the feed for them. It's been working with me for like 2 years now. This is beautiful. This is a model with piglets. It farrowed yesterday. These are the piglets. That's so beautiful. One gave birth to 9 and the other one gave birth to 6. These are in pigs. These are in pigs. This is also a mother with winners. Yes, those are in pigs. They are in pigs. They'll farrow anytime from now. And these animals I'm fattening to go to the market. Yes, in less than 2 months they'll be ready for market. They'll come and pick them for market. You come see more. We have mothers here. There's a mother breastfeeding us piglets. Fattened animals. These are fattened animals, yes. These are animals I'm fattening. This is sick bay. There are 6 animals that are really not doing fine. We give them a room for them to recover. Other mothers ready to be crossed. They're waiting for bois. We're waiting for them to come on eat. When they're on eat, we introduced the bois to eat so that they can cross.
Hi everybody, my name is Phillips Babarinde. I am a farmer.
I was actually introduced to the profession by a certain Bamidele Emeka of 4. And to God be the glory, I have my pen. I have people that work under me. I'm an employer of labor myself now. And all thanks goes to WAP.
We dey do plantain banana soca.
In the Federal Capital Territory FCT, Benga Makinde has indefatigably proven to be a worthy ambassador of the NYSC MDG's War Against Poverty initiative.
It was after the training I got a soft loan that enabled me to put on this structure that could stock about 12,000 units of fishes. And you know what that means. By the time we're able to grow them for about 4 to 5 months, we'll be getting serious turnover of with about 25% profit from our investment. So it has been of serious support for both myself and my family.
Oh yes, we dey do fish farming, we dey do.
Benga's tenacity to excel as an entrepreneur made him diversify into block-making business.
NYSC, una dey try, Nigerian youth, una dey try, Nigerian.
This is the aftermath of my WAP training at the NYSC orientation camp. After the training, I was able to reposition my business properly. And then I also applied for the Youth Enterprise with Innovation Nigeria, you win. And because of my skill on a business proposal writing, I was able to write beautifully well, express myself well. That attracted me to winning the You Win Presidential Award for the North Central Zone.
The managers of the program continue to monitor beneficiaries and guide them as they progress in their ventures.
From all we have seen so far, from all the efforts we have put in within the scheme,